happy Webtoon Wednesday. I'm going to be talking about Semantic Error today. This is a boy love, comedy, college life, romance, probably going to turn into a yaoi since they are on their way to be doing the nasty with each other. Your main character, I'm going to refer to as Sang-woo. This is our main male lead, Chu Sang-woo. He's a little younger than our second male character, and he's got like dark hair, really cute. He's going to school for computer science or computer engineering. Very intelligent, definitely an introvert, has like some serious OCD, like has to wake up at a certain time, eat at a certain time, shower at a certain time, go to school at a certain time, get a very specific drink, eat like very specific things for lunch. So he's just like a very structured person. And our second male lead, I'm going to refer to as Jae-young. This is one of the male leads, Jae-young. And he is a year older. He was actually going to graduate college, but he and Sang-woo were taking a class together. Sang-woo ended up being part of the group project that Jae-young was in, and other people, but nobody submitted any information to Sang-woo at the end or even before, so he had to do everything himself. So he didn't give any other of his classmates any credit for it, which rightly so. I wouldn't want to either. But because he did that, Jae-young is not able to graduate. Now, Jae-young wasn't even in the country at this time. He was like off doing artistic stuff for modeling or whatever, or acting. He's more of like the arts kind of person. Like he can do a lot of really cool artwork. Like his sketches and his drawings are really beautiful. He can do artwork on the computer, but he also likes to be part of like the theater and the drama club. Jae-young just in general is just like a more artistic person, whereas Sang-woo is more of like, I don't want to say realistic, but just more computer based, electronic based kind of person. So because Jae-young was out of the country, he was not even in class to help, and he was not notified that he had to do anything because he had a friend in the class, and the friend was just saying, yeah, I'm here, like pretending to be Jae-young. So because of that, he cannot graduate college because he failed that class. So he is very mad at Sang-woo for basically ruining his life, right? Like he's very upset. Now, originally he was just waiting for Sang-woo to apologize, and he was just gonna move on with his merry life. Because Sang-woo didn't apologize because he felt like he wasn't in the wrong, Jae-young takes it upon himself to just make his life miserable. So he makes sure he goes to college and classes before him and sits in the spot that Sang-woo wants to sit in. Sang-woo has to sit in very particular spots in the classroom, otherwise he can't focus because it's too cold or too hot, or he can't see the teacher. There's like a bunch of like different things, and again I said he has OCD. So because of this, he starts having a hard time in every single one of his class, because Jae-young took it upon himself to try and get into as many classes as possible as Sang-woo, just to do this and to bother him. Now, after a while though, Jae-young starts to kind of have feelings for him. You know, he notices he's kind of cute and realizes that what is bothering him is that over the years of them being to college together, and like the couple times they did run into each other, Sang-woo didn't give him the time of day, didn't approach him, didn't, ask for his number, just kind of like forgot about him. And Jae-young is a very attractive, handsome dude, and everybody loves him. And he's really nice. He's super attractive. So I could see why he would be like, what is wrong with this guy? And Jae-young is bisexual, so he's been with men and women. Right now, or in the beginning, Sang-woo very much has like that opinion that men are only supposed to have sex with women to reproduce, and that's basically it. It's like his lifestyle growing up, like whatever his mom and dad taught him, it's just like, it's a very machine-like is how he thinks. He just thinks like, I don't know, it's robotic. The way he thinks is very robotic. And now that Jae Young has moved into his life, he's starting to feel differently and he's starting to think differently. Everything that was once perfect and structured is now crumbling, and he has a hard time with it because that's just not how he lives his lifestyle. So the rest of, or part of it to continue on, is Jae Young is trying to get Sang-woo to fall in love with him and to notice him and like go on dates and stuff. But he's trying to do it in a way where Sang-woo isn't startled and run away, because he starts to realize that if he moves too fast, Sang-woo panics and literally runs away, or like will punch him in the stomach and run away. So he's trying as much as possible to not let that happen, because he legitimately now wants to have a relationship with him. On top of that, there is a younger college student girl who is interested in Sang-woo because he's nice and he's friendly and they get along well. Sang-woo doesn't have any kind of feelings like that for her. Like, she's just a friend, okay? So there is this budding love triangle that's going on as well. I really do like this webtoon. Originally going into it, I was not sure if I was gonna like it, just because like the artwork was like, it was okay, but it was just like the first like chapter or two, I was like, nah. But if you give it like 5, maybe 7 chapters, the story really starts to get more interesting, and you get to see just like the comical aspect of it, and it's funny, but at the same time it's I don't know, it's just a really good combination of traits, and I think it's really well balanced between the humor, the seriousness, the romance. It all flows really nice together. And you also, at least so far, there hasn't been any like crazy scenes, and that in that I mean like nobody has tried to like rape the male lead, which I have read other boy loves or yaois where that can happen or does happen, but that's not a thing in this one. In this one, you know, Sang-woo is like a strong person mentally and physically, so he doesn't get pushed around. I would recommend this webtoon if you have a chance. It's not complete yet, it is still ongoing. Right now, the way the pace is, I would assume that this is probably going to go like 100 chapters or more. It's very popular. They're making, I'm pretty sure they're making a TV show out of it in Korea. So if you want to watch that instead, I guess you could, but I'd recommend the webtoon. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.